Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो तारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When we ask a question, who are you? Then the other person is supposed to answer that. But when we ask a question, who am I? How can others reply that? See, many people have these funny things. Swamiji, tell me, who am I? Biyakuf. He who doesn't know himself, what can you talk about it? Therefore, this series of Who Am I is our responsibility. Not going and asking somebody, Swamiji, tell me, who am I? You have to find out. So, we are living at different levels. First, we live too much involved in this world. So, who am I? I am a worldly person. Then we get involved too much with our relations. Then who am I? I am a related person. Then we get too much involved with our profession. Then we are a professional sufferer. Then we get too much involved with our body. All the time, organic food and exercise and yoga. So, we are a body. So, all these things begin from where? See, in our scriptures, it is very clearly brought out. There are 4 stages. We are essentially divine. Whether we want or we don't want, we are divine. Whether we know or we don't know, we are divine. Whether we want or we don't want, we are in the space. Whether we accept or we don't accept, we are in the space. There is no option. Exactly the same way, we are essentially divine. That is called Mukhyatma, the essential self that we are. Then we express through the identification with the body. So we become second stage of our fall is Mithyatma. Mithyatma means that which appears but doesn't exist. Analyze our own experiences. So, by looking at somebody, can we know what he or she is? No, we don't know. That person knows. So, We are Mithyatma, illusory self, which is known only to us. Then, who are you? I am Indian, I am Hindu, I am educated, illiterate. So many. Now, what he is talking about? This Mithyatma, after identification with the body, he starts labeling himself as somebody. Then the third stage, after this Mithyatma is crystallized, as in the waking experience, then the 2G scam, the next stage is Gaunatma. Gaunatma is the secondary self. So after body identification, we become mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. And after that, who is miserable are these three guys who do not exist anywhere. And there is one more body, and that body is the dreamer. Identification with the subtle body or the mind and its modification is the dreamer. Now see, the Urdhva Mula Madashakham, essentially one, without a second. Identified with the body, many bodies, so one has become many. Earth is one, water is one, fire is one, air is one, space is one. But that one space becomes many according to the houses. Exactly the same way. One reality expressing through the different bodies appears to have become many. Bulbs are many, but the light is one. Bodies are many, but life is one. Now this life identified with a particular body, then thereafter I is born. I am body is not the problem. Problem begins. This body I am, that body I am not. Problems begin. See, friends, after this body identification, then the relations and possessions, so many personalities are born. See how ramification is happening. One, with every body, many bodies. From every body, many relations, many possessions, many problems. So that one is shattered into splinters of multiplicity. Now it is our responsibility to find out who am I. It is here the study of scriptures comes into play. Vedabhyasi bhavid vipraha brahma janati brahmana. When we study and reflect on that, see friends, in Vedanta, the three terms used are Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan. Shravan, listen. Never study the scriptures on your own with the translations in the hand. See, we have to Tadvijnanartham gurumeva abhigachet samitpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. We have to go to the teacher with sufficient dispassion. And what is the dispassion? Dispassion is, what will I get if I study Gita? If this question comes in our mind, we are on the wrong track. Amma, come sit here. जोड़े में बैठो. सत्यनारायण की पूजा हो रही है, बैठो. So, when we are working on this, if this question comes, that if I study scriptures, Gita, what will I get? You are in a wrong place. Religious life is meant for fulfilling the desires. Spiritual life is meant for getting freedom from the desires. Basic difference. We go to the temples and do the puja and do this vratam, that vratam. For what? For fulfilling our desires. Vedanta, Satsanga is meant for getting freedom from desires. See, friends, basic difference. So, we have to slowly analyze our own life experiences and where we are caught up. So, the basic is body identification is the problem. Now, till such time I am identified with the body, we have a relational existence. All of us have relational existence. I am mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, in-law, outlaw. Relational. So, play your role. That's it. Karnataka. All the issues of life are sorted out by one word. That word is either Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. What is Leela? Everything appears to be happening. Nothing happens. Ours is Satsanga Leela. It appears as if you are listening. Nobody is listening. And because I know this, I don't get frustrated. See, for 2 years in during this Corona festival, I was in Mumbai, Mahim, and tied down 2 BHK. Did not step out of my house even once in 2 years. So some people used to send me khakra. Therefore, that khakra has gone so deep in my head that the moment I hear the word khakra, I start getting palpitation. Aa gaya. So many people used to send me khakra, khakra, khakra. There were about 100, 200 khakra packets. Now what will you do with that? You can't make achar out of it. See? So one lady called me and said, Swamiji, you are giving talks online? Yes. How can you talk just in front of the camera? There is no audience in front of you. And your talks are the same? No difference? I said, because I am very clear. My virtual audience and actual audience are equal. Both of them don't listen. Then why I am talking? I am talking because it is my need. Now come to the point, who am I? Friends, the day we realize this, we are most unwanted furniture in this world. We are not required. When we were not in this world, there was nothing lacking. When we go from this world, there will be no lacuna anywhere. So our earlier absence and later absence makes no dent. What we are doing now, then remember this principle. If you want to know who am I, remember this. It is our need, whatever we are doing. It is my need to speak on this topic, not your need. Because when I am talking to you, who is the first audience? Myself. If my talks will not influence me, will they influence others? See, my friends. So, our drama is going on. In this Rama Leela, Krishna Leela, Satsanga Leela, you are the audience and I am the actor. Audience may be relaxing, but the actor cannot. See, my friends, actor has to be a perfect actor. See, it is so simple. And as long as this drama is going on, I must do my acting perfectly well. But while acting, I should never become identified with that character. So, I am a speaker without becoming a speaker. An actor becomes Chhatrapati Shivaji. He is not even an ordinary pati, but he becomes a Chhatrapati. That time also he knows. Exactly the same way. As much you are the seekers of truth, equally I am also a seeker of truth. Where is the difference between us? We all fall in the same route. Some of us are, because the road is very narrow. Kshurasya dhara nishita aduritya durgam patastat kavayo vadanti. Therefore, some are ahead, some are behind. That's it. We are all the seekers of truth. With this attitude, when we start living, there will be no problem in life. I must remember this. Otherwise, what will happen? You ignorant people, I don't know how to teach you. You have you studied Sanskrit? No, I don't think you can ever know anything. There was a arrogant Babaji like me. He was going through a boat in Ganges and trying to show off his greatness. So he asked that boatman, who was moving manually, "Hey, do you know Gita?" He said, "No, Babaji." "Do you know Upanishad?" "I don't know." "Do you know Ramayana?" "I don't know." "क्या है रामायण?" "महाभारत?" "बाप रे, नहीं मालूम." "Do you know Sanskrit?" He said, "No." Your life is gone. And that very moment, a what do you call that? Whirlpool happens in the Ganges, and the boat starts moving. Now he asks, "Panditji, do you know swimming?" "No." "Gone." Friends, therefore, who am I? We have to remember this. Wherever we are, whenever we are, whatever we are, be 100%. Then only we are answering this question to ourselves. See? But what happens? We are under the influence of something what Bhagavan Krishna calls as enemy. Arjuna's question in 3rd chapter. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. What is that which compels an unwilling person to go the wrong way? He doesn't want to go the wrong way, yet he goes. Who is compelling him to do that? Bhagavan Sri Krishna replies, Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhavaha maha ashanaha maha papma viddena miha vairinam. He is the desire alias anger. Desire itself is called as anger. When desire is not fulfilled, it expresses as anger. When desire is fulfilled, it expresses as greed. Anger and greed have no end. And what is the anger? Maha ashanaha. Anger can never be fulfilled like the hunger of a greedy person. one more and more and more. And Mahapapma, when one is under the influence of the anger, one can do anything wrong and later regrets. So desires, kama is Maha Ashana. Desires can never be fulfilled, and anger can lead us to any wrong act. Therefore, Bhagavan says, Vidhi enam iha vairidam. No, these are our real enemies. And therefore, Bhagavan Krishna says, you have to kill. Vairi enemy should not be pardoned, he should be killed. In yesterday's news, I was reading or listening, one boy who went, this happened in Maryland. He went and shoot some children in the school and all that. So his earlier case was traced. Earlier he tried that way, and then he was put in the jail for few years for rectification. And when he came out, he was in those years not for rectification, but he was planning when he comes out how he can do it proper. And he said, my desire was to take a dagger and kill and see what happens to the people. Can you imagine? If he has done that, he should be hanged to death. Enemies should not be pardoned. Vidhi enam iha vairinam. So who is our enemy? Desire and anger. And what is our life? Fulfillment of desires. And it leads to greed. No end to it. Want more and more and more and more. And if it is not done, then anger. In that anger, one can do anything in life. Afterwards, we regret. Therefore, here the teacher says, who am I? You find out. Nobody can tell you. And this can happen only if we lead our life of alertness. See, friends, a student who is a sincere seeker of truth, his mind must have three qualities. First, mind must be calm. Don't react in life. Second, mind must be alert. Alert means, calm is not like a dumb. You are completely aware what is happening all around us. Alert. And vigilant. Vigilant, are we reacting or we are responding? Reactions leave a scar on the mind. Response does not. How important these things are, friends. It is not our fault. Nobody, including our parents, have ever taught us how to think. They themselves didn't know. They know only scolding. Do this, don't do. Oh. How to think, nobody teaches. Neither the parents, nor the schools, nor the colleges. We have to learn how to think. So what is the then conclusion? Conclusion is our life a slavery for the fulfillment of desires, or we are living in such a manner that we want freedom from the desires? And this can happen only by proper contemplation. If we have to write our biography, what we will write? बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीरक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न रक्तः भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दम्. When we are children, we want toys. When we are teenagers, we want boyfriends, girlfriends. When we are middle age, we have so many responsibilities and frustration. And when we are old, vruddhastava chinta saktaha, all the time worried. Swamiji, today only, and not today, this trip only. One of my friend, very old now, he is, what he has not changed in his body. Kidneys he has replaced, liver he has replaced, heart he has replaced. And you know him. He came to what you call your Arizona, Phoenix, there he got it because the queue is less. Then still is continuing. And he asked me when I went to see him, Swamiji, tell me how to get rid of the fear of death. I said, you are asking to me, I will have only one answer to all your problems. What is that? Think properly. Problems are created because of wrong thinking. They can be corrected by right understanding. He said, what to think about it? I'm having fear of death. I said, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Find out, has anybody ever died? Think. You were a child, is it not? Where that body has gone? Did you go and write to the police, FIR? Please find out my childhood body. I like that very much now. Where I go? No. So the childhood body died, you are the same. Teenage body died, you are the same. Old age body will also go, you are the same. Death is an impossibility. If this is true, anything other than this you do, nothing will help you. Two types of people suffer in life. Uh, because of the suffering, they have these two types of ideas. One, somebody wants to commit suicide. The other wants to live long. Both of them are having the same notion that I am the body. The one who wants to commit suicide, he thinks if the body is killed, I am liberated. The one who wants to live long, he also thinks if I live long, I will be enjoying more. See, friends, therefore, we have to decide who am I at a given period of time. Nobody can tell us. Then, second point, till such time we are living as the body, we are living in relation to the people around us. Yesterday also I told you, dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshaha. Being human beings, we are bound by social norms. See, a dog delivers a baby and the baby is a male baby. So during that childhood, that male baby will be taking milk from the mother. But when he is mature enough, he has no hesitation to go and procreate with the mother. Because animals do not have relational bondage. So if we are human beings, we have obligations towards all those to whom we are related. If we are children, obligation towards the parents. If we are parents, obligation towards the children. We have to lead our life in a responsible way. And if we are committed to that, you will be left with no unwanted time to go to Las Vegas. Who goes there? Who has not taken any responsibility? See, friends, responsibility is not a bondage. It is a freedom from unwanted involvement in this world. See, my friends. Therefore, Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi brings out a scheme. How can we discover who am I? Therefore, as I told you yesterday, we are living at four different levels: as body, as mind, as somebody, and ultimately, who is this somebody? These four things are to be sorted out. Who am I? Am I this? Am I this? Am I this? Am I? Therefore, we start from the first verse. If you like, you can repeat after me. If you don't like, who cares? कर्तुराज्ञया प्राप्यते फलम् कर्म किं परं कर्म तज्जडम्. Now here the teacher says, Kartuhu ajnaya phalam prapyate. Whatever we do in our life, the result of that action is determined by so many factors. See? Like we are all over here. Is it because of our own desire we are here? There were no accidents, there is no curfew, there is no shooting, there is no earthquake, nobody disturbed us. How many factors have gone into happening of any event in life? But we have that arrogance. I can do this, I can do that. See, friends. Therefore, whatever we are getting here is a complex phenomena, what we call as God's will. One day, one student, class 10 or 12, somewhere in somebody's house, asked me, Swamiji, yes, all your desires are fulfilled? Yes. See, mummy, Swamiji's desires are fulfilled. You should give me iPhone. Fulfill my desire. Ask Swamiji. I said, look here. Do you know how my desires are fulfilled? Yes, tell me, I will try that. I said, my desires are not contrary to God's desire. जो थारी राय, so मारी राय. So whatever happens in my life is His will. And I do not contradict with His will. Therefore, my desires never remain unfulfilled. We are enemy to the God's plan. And then we suffer. See, friends, I'll tell you one example. One lady, she heard me for many years. One day she asked me, Swamiji, you know my daughter? I said, I don't know. You tell, she must be there. You know, she is going so wild. She goes to drinks and drugs and all kinds of things. At night, I had to go in search of her, put her in the car and bring her home. I'm fed up. Why this is happening? I said, I don't know. Simple. Then she told the story. I do not have children. And then I wanted to have a child. Then I adopted one child. Very good. Then this child is like this. I said, who are the parents of that child? Oh, her father was aboriginal from some country, and her mother was a prostitute. And I am doing so good for that child, but she is behaving like this thing. I said, I will answer only once. No more question thereafter. Okay. If you are sowing the chili seeds and expect a tomato should come out, who is at fault? If you required a child, he would have given you. You don't need. He knows what is necessary for us. We being Indians, we teach the doctor. We go to the doctor. Doctor साहब एक आध इंजेक्शन ठोक दो. अरे, he knows what is required. The day you reduce the pressure of desires and do the things because you are obliged to do the things. Never take anything free in this world. Anything free, no. This I told in some of my talks. Once I came from Australia, it was raining in the month of June. At night, maybe about 12:30 or 1 o'clock, my friend in whose flat I stay in Mumbai, he came to receive me. He says, Swamiji, constantly you are running, because next day my flight was for London. So 24 hours only in Mumbai. He said, why are you running? Why don't you stay in one place? You have no ashram, no disciple, no project, no nothing. Why are you running? I said, thank you so much. Nobody thinks about me in like this, I agree with you. I will stop running and from now onwards, I'll stay in your house. No, Swamiji, I don't mean that. You are respected if you are not permanently a headache for somebody. Now here I am for 4 or 5 days. Why this couple is happy? Because they know my day of departure is confirmed before my arrival. Friends, therefore, we are here. Don't take anything free. We must work hard. And therefore, when you are working hard, remember this thing. Then whatever efforts we may put, but the final touch is the divine will. Karturanyaya prapyate phalam. And therefore, in our happy mantra, Jo thari rai, so mari rai. O Lord, thy will be done, thy will be done. He knows what is good for our evolution. One child asked me this question, Swamiji, when so many people dies, God doesn't feel bad? So many people are dying. I said, when you were small, 2 years, if at night you have to go to Shushu, you used to go alone to the bathroom? No, Swamiji, I used to wake up my mommy, wake up, I had to go to Shushu. And she used to come? Yes. She was not afraid? No, I am surprised. How come she was not afraid? I was very afraid. Why you were afraid? Because I had to go to the bathroom all alone from my bedroom. I said, now listen, you are grown-up girl. See? For you, going from one room to other room. But for your mother, all the rooms are under the same roof. For you and me, I die here, come out of this body and go in search of other body. Then in some womb, I see one board hanging, 2TO space LET, too late. And the small iPhone goes in between the empty space and a toilet is born. But from the God's point of view, all bodies are in Him. Like for this house, all rooms are in the house. If you have this vision, you will never have fear of death. Who dies and goes where? Then how to live in this world? The only way to live happily in this world, keep yourself occupied, never retire in life. If you want to destroy your life, retire. And then what? Then convert the good food into garbage. Never retire in life. Till the last moment, we must produce wealth. This I learned. I tell you, you are all my gurus. I learned from every one of you. One Amma in a Gujarati in Bangalore. She is out of the box thinking person. Very bad events happened in her life when she is so beautiful. At this, she is now 75 or so. At this age, she looks like a queen, so beautiful. So her husband died when she was young. Maybe she was about 45. He was 50 or so. He died of cancer. He has taken care of all the brothers and everybody's life. But when he was in the hospital, his wife, this lady, was not there. Other brothers have taken his signature. Everything was taken away. Nothing was left. She has to pay the bills of the hospital. Without that, they will not allow the body to be taken away. She has to give up all her jewelry and get it done. In spite of that, never a single word came from her mouth against those people. Okay? And then what to do? She started engaging these tailors, getting the children's clothes stitched and supplied to the children's shops. In a period of 2-3 years, she had her own baby shop. And nothing was required thereafter. Everything was going smooth. But she will be going. I asked, I said, Amma, now you relax, you have done sufficient. Swamiji, I have seen the ladies coming and sitting together. Kitty party, gossiping, and nothing else. Here I invested money. So I had to work hard. So both ways, I am not getting involved in these worldly gossips. And second thing, I am committed to earn money. I invested in that. See, this is what wisdom means. Otherwise, now I have retired. Now I simply eat and convert it into garbage. Oh, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Friends, never retire in life. Therefore, when you are busy in a responsible way, you cannot have laziness in life. See, laziness is death. Karturadnaya prapyate phalam. So when we are doing something, don't work. What will I get? Attitude. Work with an attitude that I got an opportunity to serve. See? If I have that notion, because of my lecture, you will be improved. I will be the most frustrated person in the universe. Because God has failed to improve you and me. Will my talks improve you? It will not. Then why are you talking? Because keep occupied, keep occupied. See, karturadnaya prapyate phalam. Then karma kim param karmata jadam. Can the karma be the ultimate deciding factor? What happens in our life? No. Karma is jadam, inert. Whether you take a knife and cut the onion or cut somebody's throat, knife has no problem. Karma is jada. It has nothing like good and bad. But the intention behind the karma decides. And what is the intention? Intention is we are in this world to be active, dynamic, serving the world till the last moment. Kartumadhaya prapyate param karma kim param karma tajjadam. And those who get involved in activities in life, be attentive, and get tired in life, they were working as a labor. A labor gets tired. The owner never gets tired. Two friends, in Assam it happened. In a tea garden, the tea garden owner was my friend, and we were having evening tea, something like that. So his friend he has called. He was a professor in the college in that city in Assam. Shub Sagar, if I remember correctly. And we were having tea, coffee. Now that professor asked me, Swamiji, you talk about God. Now see, we are friends. We studied together, we grew together. He is a multi-billionaire and I am just a college professor. Why your God is doing like this thing? I said, you have asked me question, I have got only one solution, think properly. So what is there to think? I said, okay, I'll tell you. How many hours you work per day, per week in your college? Oh, I give 4 lectures a week. How many years you are working? Maybe for last 30 years. Do you require to prepare your lecture? No, Swami, no, I know everything. Without doing anything, working only 4 weeks, 4 days a week. How much salary you are getting? 60,000 rupees. Very good. Now, to that tea garden owner, I said, you tell me, since how many years you are running the tea garden and all that? Yeah, last 40 years. I got it from my father. I learned everything. Now, he said, now, my dinner is a business dinner. My travel is a business travel. My meetings are a business meeting. My investment is business investment. My rest is business rest. So I work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I said, now you compare. You work 8 hours, not 4 hours per week, and he works 24/7. Now see, you get 60,000, he gets so many millions. There is no comparison. You don't want to work. And then blame the God. Oh God, why don't you give me? You work hard. Friends, any machine which is not used become defunct after some time. Therefore, remember, who am I? Whatever are my roles to play. As a mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, play all the roles perfectly every day, every moment. You will remain active. Otherwise, अब जी के क्या करेंगे? मरते भी नहीं, फिर मरो ना. There is no charm in living. We are created to celebrate life. Instead of celebration, we calibrate. If I do, what will I get? Don't be a labor. The owner is not a labor. Those who are living their life as a labor, they will always suffer in life. Therefore, who am I? You know your position. In front of whom you are in front of your father. Then listen to him quietly, don't argue, and do whatever you have to do. Peace. If you argue, he will remember everything. If you don't argue, he will forget. किसके बारे में कहा था? Over, झंझट खत्म. These are the techniques to deal with the old people. Then, if you are in front of your child, your son or daughter, pretend you are listening, but don't listen. Nothing except asking money. Give up. But the main thing you are not telling, how to deal with wife. That is the simplest one. When she is talking, you should keep quiet. When she is quiet, you should not talk. There will be peace in life. Play your role. So, you will have a nice time pass. See? Now, going to the next verse. Kruti maho dadhau patana karanam phalam shashvatam gati nirodhakam. Now, when this karma is done with a selfish attitude, What is selfish attitude? What will I get if I do this thing? Meaning what? All our activities are only aimed at getting something in return when I do something. Very important this thing, friends. So, Kruti Mahodadhau Patana Karanam. When we do something, we get something. Then we want to repeat it and we get something. Then we want to repeat it. Ultimately, it ends up in a greed. You know the various discoveries which are you must be seeing on the TV or YouTube. How much money these corrupt people are gathering, their bedrooms, their walls, their whole room is filled with cash. No end to it. Ultimately, go to jail. See, friends, Kruti Mahodadau Patana Karana. We become the cause of falling in the ocean of karma. Now, this is from this level. Now, go to the higher level. Whatever we are today, whatever we are getting today, is the result of whatever we have sown in our last life. From here, next stage of inquiry begins. See, friends. One person, husband came and asked me, Swamiji, why my wife is torturing me so much? I said, I don't know, ask her. No, I can't ask her. You tell me what could be the reason. Now he has come to me, so I had to help him. So I asked him, do you know, in the last life, you have tortured her. And therefore, in this life, she is taking badla with interest. But I don't remember anything I had done to her in the last life. Forget about it. God doesn't forget. Now what can I do? Now stop blaming her for your miseries, number one. Two, start behaving properly with her. Then what will happen? In the next life, she will not be your wife. Really? Yes. What is the net result? Two things. Stop blaming others for the problems of your life. This is what we do. See? I am miserable because of this, because of that, because of him, because of her. So if I am miserable because of somebody, what will be my spiritual practice? To improve that somebody. It can never happen. Who am I? We have to find out. Not who are you. Who am I? See? And therefore our scriptures tell the law of karma. Last life, whatever seeds you have sown, the same harvest you will have in this life. And in this life, whatever seeds you are sowing, the same harvest will live in the next life. So be attentive. This is the second step in inquiry about who am I. What should be the understanding? We existed without this body in another body in the last life, did something good and bad. Now also we are living in this body. When this body drops, we will continue to live in another body. Means what? We are someone other than the body. So who am I? Am I a body? Or I am embodied? See, my friends, nobody can help us in this. We have to ourselves recognize this. And this can happen only if we are aware who am I at a given period of time. Finish your job, duty, and relax. So, when we are doing anything as in return what will I get? And Kruti Mahodadau Patana Karanam. Then we get lost in this Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jatare Shayanam. Get lost in this cause and effect. Then, as a result, what we get? Phalam Ashashvatam. Whatever we get is not permanent. It will continue to bother us and to torture us throughout our life. Patana Karanam and Phalam Ashashvatam. It is not the ultimate, and Gati Nirodhakam. As a result, our inquiry, who am I, is arrested. We are lost only as a mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. In this only we are lost. Hey friends, one person asked me this question, Swamiji, these days some people are having a lot of videos on YouTube. They are talking all about Shirdi Sai Baba. What is your opinion? I said, I don't opine on anything and I don't destroy my peace of mind. What people say, let them say. Why you should get, if you have doubt about yourself, then is the problem. Nobody can help you. You relax. Therefore, remember this rule. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Enough. Kruti mahodadau patana karanam phalam ashashvatam gati nirodhakam. If you will go on commenting, interacting, evaluating what is happening in this world, you will be taken away from your spiritual pursuit. Bhagwan Ram Krishna Paramahamsa, Bhagwan Raman Maharshi, do you think they were not devoted to our country? Do you think they were not concerned about the welfare of the people? They were. But what is the priority of our life? Most of the people are drawing room devotee, the Desha Bhakta, drawing room Desha Bhakta, sitting comfortably with food and all that thing and discussing what they should do, what others should do. They themselves will do nothing. Don't get lost into these gossip clubs. We should be clear about what for we are here. Therefore, do not get carried away by all the events which are happening in the world. Listen to them, hear them, see them, no comment, keep away. ऐसा ही होता है. One of the biggest obstacle for an intellectual is that he is caught up in the web of cause and effect. Why? Because the sky is too high. There is no answer to this why. ये ऐसा ही होता है. And because of this, intellectuals suffer intelligently in life. Intellectuals can never know the truth. Because what is the intellectual approach? Cause and effect. We have to transcend the cause and effect. And it can be transcended only by wisdom, not by argument. Like, if you touch the fire, your hand gets burned. Have we ever asked why the fire is burning? We accept it. Thereafter we decide how to deal with the fire. Exactly the same way. Accept the world as it is, then deal. How to deal so that we are protected. Therefore, phalamashashvatam gati nirodhakam. Then how to fulfill our duties, our position, and yet not get entangled in that is the next theme, so that we can be what we are. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.